everybody out there.
Welcome to Live at 5. I'm Beth Stevens.
And I'm Ryan Lee Gilbert.
We have a lot of news.
We do.
We also have a guest that makes my heart go a-flutter. Tony winner, Lillias White, has graced us with her presence, so
Yay.
I can't wait for that.
Yes, so exciting. And we're coming live from you at our studio in Times Square.
Here we are.
And yeah, so let's get started with some news. First of all, so On Your Feet, which we all love and adore, has set its Broadway closing date, which is August 20th at the Marquis Theater. And
well, you have all summer.
Right.
You have all summer to check it out.
And it doesn't end there. On Your Feet is already announced its national tour, which will kick off in September in Buffalo, New York. And then they're going to have an international tour.
They're going global.
Which is, it's going to go in the Netherlands and Spain and Japan.
They're going to be doing the conga everywhere.
Plenty of chances to continue to see On Your Feet. But make sure you take advantage this summer to go see it before it's gone out of the marquee. Also, so Zoe Kazan, who has done Broadway, she's done off-Broadway, she's done TV, she writes, she's done a little bit of everything. She has a play, After the Blast, which will kick off the 2017-2018 season of Lincoln Center Theater's LCT3 program.
So she wrote it. She's an actress, but she wrote a play.
She did, and performances begin October 7th at the Clairteau Theater. And it sounds fascinating.
Interesting.
It's after a complete environmental breakdown, and then a couple attempts to have a baby. So that's So one of those dark, dark dystopian. Yes. Mm-hmm. We're all very excited for this Pretty Woman musical that we keep hearing more and more and more about. And now casting notices have gone up, so now it's becoming even more official. Yes, it does. They're going to have the fall developmental workshop. It'll run from September into October. And we already know Jerry Mitchell is going to direct and choreograph. Yes. And then, the score's got Bryan Adams and Jim Valance. So cool. Keep an eye out. Lots of Pretty Woman news. The Tony Awards coming up. So many special appearances are being announced. We've got Tina Fey going, Scarlett Johansson, Josh Gad, Orlando Bloom.
This is a lot. This is an list of A-listers.
Yes.
So Tina Fey, because she has a Mean Girls musical coming.
Exactly.
ScarJo, I call her that.
Tony winner. Josh Gad, Book of Mormon.
Tony nominee.
Former Romeo, Orlando Bloom. Stephen Colbert, who's just a huge Broadway fan. Taraji P. Henson.
Amazing.
Anna Kendrick.
Tony nominee.
Keegan-Michael Key. Just super popular. And then, of course, Ben Platt and Josh Groban are going to do special things, but they'll also be there performing.
Because they're current Tony nominees.
Yes.
That's really a great list of people.
It's a great lineup. Come From Away, hugely popular on Broadway right now, up for its own Tonys, just received 8 Dora Award nominations. Dora. So they honor the excellence in theater from Toronto.
Canadian awards.
Yes, including outstanding.
The Canadian awards, right?
Exactly. Well, I would hope they would. They're up for outstanding musical, of course, but also special performance nods for Chad Kimball, Astrid Van Wieren, and Jen Colella. So they love Come From Away over up there. Alexandra Sosha, who did Fun Home off-Broadway, she has her very first Feinstein's 54 Below show called Finding Home on June 28th. Her first time there. Who would have thought?
It's very cool.
Yeah, and she'll be doing an eclectic mix of music, show tunes, folk tunes, all of that good stuff. Second Stage has a play up right now called Somebody's Daughter, and that has extended by a week. They're still in previews, and they've already extended.
Hasn't even opened.
Right.
That's a good sign.
It will now run through June 25th. You have plenty of time to go see that. Fame. Were you a Fame watcher?
Of course I was a Fame watcher. What kind of question is that?
So it's 35 years, apparently.
You don't have to say that out loud. All right, that was not necessary. That was rude, in fact.
That's, Fame. They're holding an anniversary concert. The cast will reunite for one night only in West Hollywood.
Now, this is the TV series.
This is the TV series.
There's a lot of Fame.
Yes, there's a lot of iterations of Fame. This is the TV series, and that'll be July 13th in West Hollywood. And the money raised from that is going to the Actors Fund. So for a good cause and everything.
Very good.
Tectonic Theater Project. So
the Laramie Project.
They did the Laramie Project. They're going to present the New York premiere of a new piece of work that they have, and it is called Uncommon Sense, and it is based on the true stories of people living on the autism spectrum. And so, they're going to be premiering in New York, and that's at the Sheen Center, October 25th through November 26th. A little bit of sad news. Karen Walsh. She was most recently the understudy for
Mary Louise
Parker and Heisenberg. She passed away earlier this week. She was 41 years old. She did so many things: Other Desert Cities, Accent on Youth, Pygmalion, Prelude to a Kiss. So very, very sad news too. You just went to the 2017 Now Cheetah Rivera Awards.
I did. There was a I love the way you said it now. So it was the Astaire Awards, which was named for Fred Astaire and his sister Adele. And they renamed it for Cheetah, and she was there. This was a reception for the nominees. The awards are actually in the fall.
Right.
Bebe Neuwirth was there. Tony winner, Bebe Neuwirth. And I got to talk to Cheetah, so I'm like,
we took a bunch of photos.
We took a bunch of pictures. Check them out. All the dancers, ensemble awards. How important is that?
Right. We love
really honoring the backbone of musical theater on Broadway.
Also, we were given the opportunity to show exclusive Bandstand cast recording album artwork.
Ooh, fancy.
That's up on the site. And speaking of Bandstand, the last episode of With the Band is on the site.
The Laura Osnes vlog.
Yes.
Featuring the fish, Paprika. I thought you should know that. There's always a fish in a Laura Osnes vlog.
Right, yeah. And so that's it for the news. So we're going to take a break. But before that, we'll show you a little clip from that last episode of With the Band.
And then we'll be right back with Lillias White.
It's the top of the show, and I'm gonna visit the orchestra pit. Look it! Everyone's getting ready. Fred, wave. It's the top of the show. What's going on?
See me? What?
I can see you.
Can't hear you. What?
I can see you now, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there, nice.
Yes, they're great. Thank you so much.
Hey, have a good show.
And I have a band as well. Yeah. So good. Thank you.
For Fleet Week, we have a new announcement at the top of the show that I kind of want to get. Here it comes. Listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? In honor of Fleet Week, on behalf of the entire company of Bandstand and our partners at Got Your Six, we would like to welcome the veterans and their families and the men and women in uniform of the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Marines in attendance. We dedicate this performance to you.
The one Broadway musical with 2 Best Actresses. This season's Tony Award nominees, Patti LuPone and Christine Ebersole. The New York Times calls them both knockouts. Broadway's most gorgeous new show has been called Musical Theater Heaven, with 2-star turns for the ages. It's as good as Broadway gets. War Paint.
Welcome back to Live at 5. I'm Beth Stevens. This, ladies and gentlemen, Tony winner Lillias White is here. I'm so excited.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
All right, we're very excited because, as you know, we're huge fans.
Thank you.
You are so busy. You are doing so many things, but let's talk about what's coming up next for you.
What's coming up next is stage reading at Feinstein's 54 Below. It's called The Funkin' Teen Rapture.
The Rapture, the Funkin' Teen Rapture.
Yes, it's written
with James Monroe Iglehart.
Yes, Lawrence Clayton.
What is a Funkin' Teen Rapture?
Well, you're going to have to come and see.
All right.
But the music it's written by Lee Summers, and the music is funk music. And there's a lot of stories going on there. I have a storyline, a big secret that I'm going to be revealing in the play, but I can't tell you because then it won't be a secret.
Okay,
but
that's fair.
But the music is great. We have a wonderful cast, and you should come out. It's going to be June 19th at Feinstein's 54 Below, 7 and 9 p.m. So
2 chances.
2 chances for you to see it. It's a great cast, and we're going to have a funky good time.
I mean, Lillias White, funky good time. You've sold me. I'm there.
Okay.
I am there. So you were in London recently.
Yes, I was in London with a show called This Joint is Jumpin'.
So this is a Fats Waller review.
A Fats Waller review, and it was led by a band called Michael Moenzo and the Shakes. We had 2 wonderful tap dancers, 3 singers, including myself, and the arrangements of Fats Waller's music. It was different. It's not what you're used to seeing or hearing from Fats Waller, but it was really great. We got wonderful reviews, And
was this at, now where was this being
It was at the Other Palace
The Other
Theater.
Palace, formerly the St. James.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So that's like an off-Broadway type house.
Yes, it is. And we were very well received. We got great reviews.
Did you have fun in London?
I had a lovely time in London. I could live there part-time.
We can't lose you, but okay. That's
No,
fine.
I mean part-time.
Part-time, just part-time.
I'll come back home now. This is home.
You know, I was in London last month. I didn't see your review, and I'm really upset about that. But I felt like you were all around me because Dreamgirls is in the West End.
Yes.
I saw The Life at the Southern Playhouse, directed by Michael Blakemore.
Yes, I got to see it.
Tell me. Obviously, Lillias won a Tony Award for The Life playing Sonia.
Yeah, it was very moving to see it. And the first night that I saw it, I was there with Shelby Coleman, Cy Coleman's widow. And Michael Blakemore, of course, was there directing, and it was very moving. I just to hear the beginning of the entr'acte, you know,
that music.
It just brought back a lot of memories, and we were just crying. And,
it seems like it would be an emotional experience.
It was very emotional. The show holds up very well. Michael's done some changes, and the changes are really good. They make the story more coherent. It was in a smaller theater, so they have a smaller stage area, but the kids were doing the choreography, they were dancing, they were bringing it. It was great. It was great.
And did you get to talk to Sharon Clark, who
Oh,
played
yes.
the role?
Yes, I got to talk to her. I went there twice, and the first night I didn't see her, so the second time they made sure that she knew I was going to be there, because she was already rehearsing something else. But we got to look into each other's eyes and just say thank you, and hug, and share the love, and, you know, the love for this character, because Sonia is, she's a heroine.
She is. There's something, it was the first time I'd seen it. Although everybody knows the music. Cy Coleman's gorgeous score.
Yeah, I think it's one of his best scores ever.
It's like a Shakespearean tragedy.
Yes.
There's so much that goes on in that show. And we were just talking before we started live at 5 about your Tony Award night.
Yes.
And I was watching your speech. I love it. You said that you thanked your grandmother for putting you on top of the table and entertaining the family.
Yes, my grandmother and my Aunt Lillias and the other members of my family, my grandmother would have big dinners every Sunday, and it was mandatory that everybody be there. And she'd cook, of course, the most magnificent food. But after dessert, my grandfather had to clear the table, take the dishes, wash the dishes, and my grandmother would put me up on the dining room table to sing and dance for my family.
At what age were you?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5.
So you had a big voice as a very young
There
child.
was something in there, and they noticed it, they recognized it, and I guess I would mimic other singers, because my aunts and uncles at the time were young adults, so there was always this popular music being played. Dinah Washington and Billie Holiday and Johnny Mathis. And so I guess I would mimic them, and, you know, and then it was Shirley Temple.
Of course.
So I'd watch Shirley Temple, and I'd do, the good ship, lollipop. You know, I did all that stuff, only better.
Only better.
Yeah, I didn't need his curls. I just, you know.
Yeah, you were all set.
I was good. So, so they watched me, and my family supported me and came to see everything that I did, you know, from the time I was that size until now.
That's amazing. And I love that you thanked her for your Tony speech.
Yeah, because if it weren't for my grandmother and my Aunt Lil and my family saying, go girl, you know, who knows?
And also when I was in London, I was thinking of you when I saw Dreamgirls. Did you get to see Dreamgirls
I did.
too?
I saw Dreamgirls. It was very exciting.
Now obviously,
very
Lillias
exciting.
played Effie White.
Yeah. Yeah, that brought back a lot of memories too. It's a little bit different from what we did with Michael Bennett, but it was exciting and it was moving. And I didn't get to see Amber Riley, but I got to see Marisha Wallace, who was fabulous. Do you know her?
Everybody's clutching their pearls.
Marisha Wallace, honey. She's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
She's the truth. So I got to see her, and then we had dinner afterwards, and it was just magnificent. I loved being in London. We were fortunate; we had really great weather, and the show was produced by Hoagy Carmichael Jr., whose father was the Hoagy Carmichael, the Hoagy Carmichael songwriter. So we were treated very well. We were put up in nice digs. We were in a townhouse, and I had the Uber car.
Ooh, fancy.
It was very fancy. And so he produced this, and so they want us to come back next year, and I'm going to see how it works out with the other stuff that I have scheduled to do coming up. We're doing a show called Halftime.
So this is halftime, Gotta Dance, got these names. Tell me about this show. You did it in Chicago.
We did it in Chicago last year. It was called Gotta Dance. They changed the title, and that was
because
a meeting.
It's about. Tell me what it's about.
This is based on a true story, and based on a documentary that was done by Dory Berenstein, and it's about a group of senior citizens. It's a basketball team that's having poor attendance numbers. So they recruit, they audition, and they train a group of senior citizens to perform during halftime doing hip hop.
It's a true story, people. This is
and
true.
We had in the cast Georgia Engel, Stephanie Powers, Andre DeShields, myself, and a really great ensemble of players.
And it's still out there. It might come in.
Oh, no, we're going to Paper Mill.
Right.
We're going to be at Paper Mill next year. And then from Paper Mill, we will be going to Broadway.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
That's amazing. We have so many questions because you're Lillias White, you know, obviously. The legend is here. So let me ask you some of these questions. Oh, well, some of them have already been answered, but Lisa's asking, of all your many Broadway roles, was there one production that just gave you goosebumps every time you stepped on stage?
The Broadway roles. Yeah, The Life. You know, Sonia was, she had a sense of humor, but she also had a sense of loyalty and danger, and she was a professional at what she did.
The oldest profession.
The oldest profession, and so, yes, it was very exciting to get on that stage every night and be able to be free, because Cy Coleman would often come to the stage, and he'd wait in the wings, he and his wife Shelby, and they would watch me do that number. And he allowed me to be myself and to be able to twist and turn the notes and the phrases and make it my own each and every time. So that was a real gift, you know, to be able to make it fresh and new each time. And so it was thrilling, you know, to have an audience enjoy it like that and give me standing ovations and not even the middle of the show. It was wonderful. But there was a show that I did off Broadway at the Public called Romance in Hard Times. And I played Henny Smith, who was the ultimate cockeyed optimist. And it was about a group of people who lived in during the Depression in a shelter, in a what do you call that?
A shanty.
No, it was a, you know.
Commune?
No.
Well, we're all gonna
I can't think of the name, but anyway, these people, it was during the Depression, and they lived in this place, and it was, you know, kind of down and out. But Henny was like this, you know. And anyway, it was written by William Finn. And it was the first award that I ever got, which was an Obie Award for this role. And I love, to this day, I love that character, because she is that one who says, no matter what, it's going to be okay. And she gets pregnant, and she holds the baby back for 27 months. She says, I'm not going to give birth until the world's a better place for this baby. And I just think that that's a fantastic thing to do. So
that's great.
She's another one that gives me goosebumps. Miss Hanny and Miss Effie, too. Effie White's no joke either.
No way.
Effie from Dreamgirls. Yes, she also, I've been lucky that I've gotten some thrills and chills in my career.
You always do. And Fela.
Fela, oh my goodness.
There's so many questions here, I just have to find one. But Jeffrey's asking, what advice would you like to give this year's Tony nominees?
The advice I would say is to chew slowly. You know, try to eat well.
Don't bite your tongue.
Try to sleep. Drink lots of water. Say your prayers.
Say your prayers. They have a lot to do. They're doing 8 shows a week, and they have a lot of activities.
It's madness. Tony season is cuckoo time, okay? Because you don't have time to breathe. And how I did this with 2 kids, single parent, I don't know how I did it, but I got it done. But I would say just relax and enjoy it at this point. Get your rest, because you are doing double duty, triple duty, interviews and rehearsals and the show.
Yeah.
So just do what you have to do, but take care of yourself. That's the main.
And you have to find something fabulous to wear, like you did.
Yeah.
You guys, go watch the clip.
Yeah.
Of Lillias
Find
White
something
accepting
fabulous,
her Tony Award.
but get somebody to help you, because I was like, my head was spinning. You know, my kids were preteens; they were acting out.
They were crying. You got to watch the clip.
No, they were crying at the awards, okay? But before that, they worked my nerves, honey. So when we got to Tony time, I'm looking at the clip and I'm saying, these guys, they're crying. They're crying. I should be crying. You know? But take care of yourselves. That's my main advice. And let somebody help you get something to wear. Don't try to do everything yourself.
That makes sense. Hire those people.
Yes.
All right, we have to get going. This has been such a joy having you here.
We have to go.
We have to go. I'm sorry I didn't get to all your questions.
Well, give me one more.
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
Peyton asks, how do you deal with stage fright?
Oh, I just breathe and I wind myself up and I get out there. I take lots of vitamins, probably too many vitamins, and I get like this.
Do you still get nervous to
Oh,
this
yes,
day?
absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. All the time. But I use it.
Yeah, you got to harness that energy.
I use it and I breathe. I try to breathe deeply. Although this season it's been murder on breathing, honey. These seasonal allergies have been hell on everybody.
Everything is tough out here.
Yeah.
It's tough. Thank you so much for coming.
You're
it's
welcome.
Such a thrill to
It's
talk
my
to you.
pleasure.
Go to 54 Below. See the Funkin' Teen
Funkin' Rapture, June 19th, 7 and 9 p.m. at Feinstein's 54 Below, June 19th. Don't miss it.
If you get a chance to see this woman live, do not miss that. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye.